Don't you absolutely hate it when you're having a conversation with someone and midway through you realize they're not even listening properly? They're checking their phone, they're on social media, or maybe they're just thinking about what they're having for dinner tonight. The point is, no one likes it when you're not being heard and when you're not being listened to. And listening is an art that requires attention. It builds connection and it builds trust. So today I'm going to give you 5 simple ways so that you can become a better listener. Hey everyone, my name's Paul Wadsworth and I'm the founder of intralifestyle.com, and I'm here to help you live with greater health, happiness and freedom. So the first thing I want to talk about as a tip is a simple one. It's simply ask open-ended questions. Now what I mean by that is just have a little bit of curiosity around what you're actually asking and not looking for yes or no answers. So ask something that can get the other person to think and give you a bigger response. That alone will make a massive impact and shift in your questions and the quality of the relationships. Now, in a previous video, I spoke about the 3 levels of listening because there's actually different phases to get deeper in communication. So I'll post a link and you'll see that in the cards where you can access that video. And then the next thing is actually listen to what they have to say with curiosity and with an open mind. Now, because we live in our own worlds and we have our own model and how we see things in our head and our own belief patterns, oftentimes we can be quite closed off without meaning to what the other person is saying. And this is especially true for touchy subjects and topics that we're talking about. And we have this closed off idea, but it's actually going to deepen the connection and help you build more rapport. And you are maybe likely to learn something new when you're open and you're curious about it. Try and understand that people have different upbringings and different backgrounds, so we have different perspectives. It doesn't mean you have to believe everything they're talking about, but it's definitely worthwhile being open and being curious to the possibilities. And this leads me on to the next one, and it's that oftentimes many people listen with the intention of replying rather the intention of understanding what's going on for the other person. Now, this is a really common one in many conversations, in many relationships, that we listen and we're so eager to wait for them to finish so that we can say something in return. And when we do this, we're not listening from a place of wholeness. We're just listening because we have this idea of what we want to say, and it's the ego. So what you want to do is just relax and really listen to what that person has to say and try and understand it and be open to that. One of the most common things, and I've struggled with this in my past in relationships specifically, is when there's been some kind of issue that's come up or there's something going on there, my internal fears and insecurities would come up, and then I would be reactive to, because I'm such a fixer and I want, like, if there's a problem, it's like, no, let's sort this out now. And this is a really common one for relationships, and a lot of guys get into this problem. But what I learned is actually sometimes your partner just wants to be heard. They just want to be listened to. They don't want you to fix all of their problems. And that's not why they're talking to you. So it's just worthwhile noting and being aware of that in yourself, and like really listen to what the person is having to say and try and understand it from their perspective. Just show that you're listening, show that you care. That's all that you need sometimes. And then the next one is, it's okay to repeat back what the person has said to you if you're unsure. So if you seek clarification on what they're saying, you could just say, could you just repeat that please? Or did you mean this? I heard this. Is this the lines that you were talking along? And by doing that, not only are you getting clarity in your own head, so you're following the conversation, but you're actually showing the person that you are deeply listening to them, that they are being heard. And doing that, as I've said, is going to build that connection. It's going to build that rapport, and it's going to help you in many areas of your life. And then the last tip I want to give you, and this is another massive one, it's pick up on the subtleties, pick up on the body language, the tonality they're using. Try and read between the lines, read the small subtle signs that will give you an indication of maybe you asked the wrong question, maybe that person feels a little uncomfortable, maybe you need to dig a little deeper, maybe you need to get more curious. It depends on the situation and the conversation you're having. But as a whole, I would say listen to what the person has to say, have an open mind, be curious, ask open-ended questions, and it's going to help you become a better listener, improve your relationships, improve your conversational skills, improve your communication, and help you in all areas of your life. And at the end of the day, what this really boils down to is that you're showing that person when you're listening to them that you care, that their voice matters, that they are enough, and they have a safe space to communicate with you openly, freely, and if they want to be vulnerable, depending on your relationship with that person, but it gives them a safe space to do so. And when you can improve your listening skills, you will improve the quality of your life. I once read a quote that was basically saying, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions that you ask. I hope you found this useful. If you have, please consider subscribing and sharing it with someone else. I'll see you next time.